Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. Today I'm going to be introducing the new Jetson Nano Beta 2 build, which works on the 2 and 4 GB models. It's also been updated to Ubuntu 20 from Ubuntu 18, as well as some other additions we'll talk about. 3DS here isn't quite ready. There's a few games that are playable, but I wouldn't call it great. And as you can see, there's still a few things that are missing from the theme, which we will be adding. Just a quick look here. I think Retroarch is 199 right now. It is updatable manually from the run command, however. Current latest version is 1911. Excuse me. There's no noticeable or huge changes between the two versions that will affect this device though, but you can update if you wish to. Just a quick look at some of the systems here. Yeah, let's do Metal Slug. Why not? I actually really like this game. Have for a number of years. Sorry for the throat clearing, but this is going to be a rather long video, I suspect, because I've got several things to show, and it's a launch video. This is why you're supposed to use zip files instead of bin.ist files, by the way. I've also disabled the warnings that tell you stuff like that in Retroarch. Let's pick someone else. I'll just play for a minute or two so you guys can see that there's no issues, no lag. The board's running at 2 GHz with 1.15 GHz GPU. Vulkan is installed, and it makes a big difference for systems like GameCube, which you'll see eventually. Oops. Saw that coming. Anyway. I'm just going to change this so it stops fading out. That's annoying. You might want to do that too. Be warned, I expect this to be a decent 20-ish plus minute video. This build is quite robust, and it has Open GL, which allows for a lot of things, as well as Vulkan. The GPU in this particular device is... Oops, wrong button. The GPU in this particular device is something that really sets it apart from many of the other boards, especially when you consider the fact you can probably spend about $80 including shipping and get your hands on the 2 gig model because it's on sale for $60 right now. Let's go Wolverine. Again, I'll just play for a minute or two so you can see how the gameplay is. Oh. Oh, of course you would. At least only the end of that caught me. I'm gonna get this guy. Gotcha. Ouch. Just gonna take off as much health as I can before he gets that final tag on me. Or I could just switch. It's probably easier. Guy spends a lot of time blocking. I should probably switch to the other character here. Maybe not. That's enough of that. Speaking of missing themes, I know people are curious about this, so let's just go into it. Now, if you press F4 to leave EmulationStation and you go outside to just the menu here, the home screen I should say, the desktop, and you launch Dolphin from the bar there, you can configure your controller and choose Dolphin or Open GL with all your settings, and then launch EmulationStation and whatever, control your games. It sets everything through the GUI, and then you launch Dolphin GUI from EmulationStation, and all your settings will carry over. Tea's a little bit hot. The thing I like about this one, sunburn instead of sunshine, watch, I can skip this. It's not going to hold me here for like 2 minutes and make me watch that video. It's a feature I really appreciate. One of the only things I didn't like about Mario Sunshine was constantly having to watch things and being stuck there for 2-3 minutes at a time, just twiddling your thumbs while the game gave you a cinematic. As you can see though, it works decently well. There's an odd little hiccup here and there, but nothing terrible. It certainly doesn't make it unplayable. Is it perfect? No, but it's 90%-ish, maybe, give or take. Which is fine. I don't have any issue with it. I'm sure most of you won't either. Now, that's not to say every GameCube game is playable. There's certain games you wouldn't expect are surprisingly playable, as you'll find out. But also, you'll need to map a way to exit, like a hotkey to exit Dolphin. The traditional hotkeys from EmulationStation do not exit Dolphin. Show you some Mario Kart. The .N kit, in case you don't know what those are a specific type of format for GameCube games. It works for Wii games too. They basically edited out some of the unnecessary data to reduce the file size of it, without removing any integral game data, I should add. I'll just select something quickly and go for a lap. Give you guys a chance to see it. There are a few Wii games that are playable too. Not a lot, but a lot of the 2D and easier to run games do work. There's 1 or 2 Mario games that are playable. And that's also using a Bluetooth dongle and a Wii controller. You can also update to Ubuntu 21 if you wish to from this build. I made a choice to just leave it at the LTS or long-term support build for you guys. If you wish to go forwards, that would be your decision. But I just wanted to note that it is possible. And does work. It doesn't break anything. I just wanted to keep long-term support. So as you can see, that game works alright. I'll do one or two more so you guys can get a little bit better of a look. I'll show you Zelda as well. I already went into this game and got through the 3 minutes of opening credits and saved a game so we could skip all that and just get into the actual gameplay. Most of the Dolphin settings are preset for you. You should really only set up your controller and play with between Open GL and Vulkan, because there are a few games that work better on Open GL. Not many, but there are a few. But most of the settings that make it run well are already preset up, so I don't recommend changing it too much unless you really know what you're doing. You can also save individual configuration files per game if you have a couple of tweaks or adjustments in mind for an individual title. As you can see here, I'm running around, rolling around. It's not lagging. It's hitting the 30 FPS in the corner. I left the FPS counter on purpose. You can turn that off if you want to. I figured when people play the game, at least at first, they'd like to see that it's running at a reasonable frame rate before they go and shut that stuff off. But yeah, as you can see, this game runs fine. The only downside is you have to come up with a method to exit the game, otherwise you need an escape key. For me, it's not really an issue to have a keyboard or a wireless little keyboard plugged in, because a lot of things I do use a keyboard on this device anyways, and I have little tiny wireless keyboards that are handheld, so it's not really an issue for me. Just gonna creep around and follow this pig for a minute. I don't remember which button I need to press. I am crouched. Ah, whatever. As you can see, this game works fine. I'll do one more. Let's go for a harder one. Let's go Smash Bros. Keep in mind this is using Vulkan right now. You can switch to Open GL and try that to see if it works better. For the sake of this video, I did everything using the Vulkan driver. I'm just going to leave it that way for this video. There will also be subsequent videos on this device as well, but like I said, this video here is specifically to introduce you guys to what's just been released today. It's available on the website now. I'll have a link in the description for you guys. Pikachu. A little bit of lag as it starts. The thing with this one is I haven't tried Open GL, but there's a little stutter here and there. Nothing crazy, but there was a little stutter. See how cheap I can be. Oh, he got back up. Twice even. You dirty cheater. This guy's running away from me. Alright, that's it. He just keeps running. Ah, got you. Oh, now you're in trouble, tough guy. Goodbye. Alright, so, other than the couple hiccups when it was starting up, I'd say this runs pretty well also. Keep going through the list here, give you a quick glance at what else is in here. I don't really need to show you N64 or any of the older stuff. I mean, you've seen Atmoswave works fine, you've seen the Dreamcast works fine, you've seen GameCube works decently, so safe to assume N64 works fine. I'd show you PSP, but Bomberman's not really a test. Oh, be warned, the BIOS guard here that we use is really picky. Even though, for example, it only needs the one, this one insists on having all of them anyway. Kind of a safeguard in case you ever need a different one or want to change a region later for some reason. So while we're here, I'm going to close this. I'm going to show you a couple things on the Xbox that I didn't in the previous video because I hadn't tested the games yet. The process of doing an Xbox game isn't the simplest. I mean, I own a bunch of them, so I don't really feel the need to download them, so I basically dump them to my computer and then I convert them to ISO. But I tried Alien Hominid and I found that to be playable, so I'll show you that. Let me reset this machine here. Oh. Reset, and there we go. That's what I was trying to do. I don't know if any of you remember this game, but I actually kind of enjoyed playing it way back when. Excuse me. These are all the different things you need, the hard drive and the BIOS, and I guess I should set up a controller too, that might help. This emulator is still early in development, but it's heavily in development, so you can expect improvements for sure coming to this. This device and also this emulator. You can see the rate of fire is quite rapid. It's very playable. It could be running a tiny bit faster, sure, but it's playable as it is. And I suspect it's only going to improve. Oh, it's not good. Well, you get the point. Let's try another game. Let's see here. What else did I try? Frogger. The only downside... Frogger works fine from what I remember, but the downside is that there's a lot of talking in this game, especially in the intro, I think. We'll find out. I remember now. It's going to be like 2 minutes of talking. But hey, it's working. I really wish that I could skip this, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad it's semi-working. To be honest, there was a time a few years back where I didn't think we would actually see Xbox emulation because there wasn't really anything. Not only was there nothing that worked, there was nothing on the horizon either. Nobody seemed to really be interested in it. And this game, or most games that I've tried on an actual PC, run at mostly full speed, whereas the ARM64 version of this is still new. So, I mean, give it a few months or a year. I told you this was going to be a 20+ minute video, by the way. I was right. I'll try not to make it too much longer. I just want to show this game and then one more game that I think works, but not, it's close but not quite. Worms. The other couple ones that are in there I showed in a different video, so there's no point in doing them again. At 23 minutes already. If anybody's still out there watching this video at 23 minutes, type 23 in the comments. As you can see, this works fine. There's a little bit of a shadow in the backdrop that shouldn't be there, but that doesn't really render it unplayable. Tutorials are no fun. Alright, let's go. See, I'm hopping around, collecting coins. It's not even really looking slow. It looks fine, minus that shadow that's there sometimes. Except for when I fall in the water like that. But whatever. New game. I've already done Rayman. There we go. Worms. May have to restart the machine here for that. Definitely. I noticed the intro is really laggy, but the game isn't like that. I don't know why. I assume that'll be sorted in time. Or maybe it won't, but it really doesn't matter as long as the game is playable. That's what really matters, in my opinion. This game works, but it seems like it's just the littlest bit slow. Not horribly slow, but there is it seems to me anyways. Except for when you leap, then it's okay. See, it is moving. It's not terribly slow. Like, it's not laggy. It just seems like it should be a touch faster, maybe. When you jump, though, it is faster. I'll show you. I mean, you get the point. It's gonna about do it there. Well, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the new image. Take care.